Lavender Show. Today's letter comes to us from Madison Maroon, and Madison Maroon wants to know, let's see here. Madison Maroon wants to know, Dear LL and Simon, I've been watching a lot of the Czar lately. That's a great show, Czar, yeah. And I was just curious, what makes bees such good pollinators? Oh, that's a great question, Madison Maroon. Let's go ahead and turn that over to LL. And, yep, what makes bees such good pollinators? Oh, and she also says here, I love the show, but you guys might want to cut it down a little bit because people have a hard time focusing. All right, well, thank you, Madison Maroon. Let's turn it over to LL so he can tell us what makes bees such good pollinators.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the LL Lavender Show. Please welcome today's special guest, Mr. Bobby B.
Thank you.
All right, well, first of all, let me say welcome, Bobby. So great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And I must agree with Marlo's Lane. Czar is quite the show. Can you tell us, Bobby, a little bit more about what makes bees such great pollinators, please?
Oh, yes, bees are a great show there. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so us bees, we go around and we visit flowers and we collect pollen on the back part of our legs, and we bring it back to the hive, and that's with good protein for the babies. And then we also, in the flowers, we get nectar, which is like sugar water, which we then turn into honey, yeah. So we're
bringing home some pollen to the babies, huh?
Yeah, so we go around.
All right, yes, please continue.
Yeah, so we go around and we collect pollen from all these flowers, and we get nectar, we bring it home, and the pollens are good for the babies, like I said. And then we use the nectar to make honey, which is like a stored food.
Oh, and everyone loves a little honey, right? Honey. All right, so pollen and nectar, okay? So tell us more about what makes you a great pollinator, please.
All right, so great. So as we're collecting that pollen, as we go from flower to flower, some of that pollen sticks to the other flower. So it's like we're carrying pollen from one flower to another flower, so they're getting genetic material from another flower, so they're not having to use their own genetic material, which is kind of like inbreeding.
Yes, a little genetic diversity goes a long way, right? We don't want any inbreeding, do we?
Yeah, so by transferring that pollen, which we just do kind of accidentally as we move around, we're helping them avoid inbreeding, and then that increases their genetic diversity, and then it's much more likely to have some good seeds that way.
So bees transfer pollen from one plant to another?
Yeah.
Therefore helping them increase their genetic diversity, right? They don't want to self-pollinate, do they?
Yeah, no, they don't. And we don't really do it on purpose, but as we collect pollen, we just kind of leave some at each flower from other flowers.
And the bees get a little sweetness out of it too, don't they?
Yeah, and then we get the nectar too, so we get protein for the babies, and then the nectar is like a stored food, which we kind of turn to honey, and then we cap it.
All right, well, thank you so much, Bobby B. Thank you for joining us and telling us more about what makes bees such great pollinators. Yes, and I'll be sure to keep watching the Czar. Love that show. Bobby, are you featured on the Czar?
Not yet, LL.
Not yet? Okay. Hopefully soon. All right, well, this is LL Lavender.
Hey, Bobby B.
Saying thank you, everyone. Thank you. And please join us for our next episode coming up soon.
I'll see you guys later. Thanks, guys.
Toodaloo.
Thanks, LL.